This is Revealed with your host, Ericka, and today I'm so excited to have a very special guest on the show. He is a senior pastor alongside his father of the Bethel Baptist Institutional Church in Jacksonville, Florida, pastoring one of the largest churches in the nations of a congregation of 12,000. He is noted in the African American pulpit as one of the 20 to watch. He holds an earned Doctor of Ministry degree from United Theological Seminary, where he also serves as a doctoral mentor. He is a husband and father of 3. It is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Rudolph W. McKissick, Jr. to Revealed. Dr. Rudolph McKissick, thank you so much for being on the program, and thank you for your time.
Thank you for inviting me. So honored to be a part of the program.
Bless you. Thank you so much. And I just want to jump right in and just talk about the success of your album. Okay. I know that you have 4 albums out. Right. And I just want you to go in and talk a little bit about that experience.
It's been an interesting journey. When we started it, we really started it just because I wanted to do something tied to my music. And I called Troy Sneed, who was a member here now. At that point, he wasn't, but we were friends. So, man, I just want to do an album. I'm not looking to do anything great, just want to put something out there so I can say I've got something. And the Lord just kind of kissed it with so much favor that it began to take off. Then the Lord began to strategically allow me to be connected to various people across the nation, preach in various venues. So my name kind of got out there. So Troy said, let's do another one.
Okay.
So we did another one. And because of that, it just kind of took off. So that by the time we did the 3rd CD, it debuted at number 5 on the Billboard chart. And this last CD, Intimate Worship, the first cut, which is called Magnify, stayed on the charts for 24 weeks. And so I'm still, getting used to. I get these calls from people who want us to come perform, and we just got recently put on the ballot for a Stellar Award. I'm still trying to get that in my head, this whole musician piece. So, but it's been a blessing.
We want to take this time and congratulate you.
Thank you.
You are being ordained into the Full Gospel Baptist Fellowship as a bishop.
Yes.
So talk to us about that experience. What has that been like for you?
That's been crazy. I mean, that's been really crazy. I joined Full Gospel 11 years ago.
Okay.
Because most of my best friends are in Full Gospel. Bishop Darrell Brister is one of my best friends in the world, and several others. But I knew at that point, Bethel wasn't ready for that kind of transition. Well, about 3 years ago, the Lord really impressed upon my spirit to bring the church in, because the church had transitioned then to where Full Gospel is, women in ministry, gifts of the Spirit, and all of those things which are active now in this church, just lined up with Full Gospel. So I brought them in. And about a year and a half ago, Bishop Neil Ellis flew up here, actually. And they asked to have a meeting here. They're real slick. They want to have a meeting at my church. And I couldn't figure out why they wanted to meet at my church, because I wasn't involved in the meeting. So in the midst of the meeting, he came to my office and said, I want to talk to you for a minute. I said, okay. He said, Bishop Morton wants to put you on track to become bishop. I said, okay. So first step, of course, was to make me an overseer.
Sure.
Normally, you remain an overseer for about 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
I've been an overseer for a year.
Wow.
And they came to me and said, no, we want to elevate you.
Wow. So what would be your role in the ministry?
I'll be the bishop of the state of Florida.
Okay.
So I'll cover all the churches that are in the state of Florida that are part of Full Gospel.
Wow.
Not only those that are part of Full Gospel, but we've had about 6 joins since I have become bishop-elect.
Okay.
And so, we'll be looking for churches that want covering, looking to plant some churches. So all of those kinds of things.
Now, I said that to bring out the responsibility that this will carry for you, and not that you don't have enough responsibility right now, pastoring a congregation of 12,000, all the other things. We haven't even delved into some of the things that we have in your bio that you're doing on the National Action Network with Reverend Al Sharpton, involved in the community in so many different ways. Now, tell me, on your broadcast this morning, you talked about walking your dog. How do you balance your music, ministry, family life? You're a father, you're a husband. How do you balance that all?
I had a good example in my dad.
Okay.
My dad really showed me balance growing up. He was at the church, and that was his passion, but He was always home for dinner. I was very active in sports growing up, football and basketball. Never missed a game. Even if he had to get there late, he was there. So because of the example I had, you know, I came into this wanting to be that, because I know what that meant to me as a son.
Sure.
So I wanted to have that same impact on my children. So I try to make sure, you know, I'm at dinner. I go to the PTA meetings. You know, it's been interesting because as the Lord has allowed my ministry on a personal level to grow, I'm out of town a lot. And so when I'm in town, I try to make sure that time is theirs. We don't go out a lot anymore because you go somewhere now, it's like everybody knows you. Sure. And it's like, okay, I can't even enjoy this. But I try to, you know, go out with them. We go out to eat, or we'll go to the mall, just hang out, you know, because I think that's very important.
Yes.
I firmly believe that God, you know, there's a calling on my life as a husband, and as a father, then as a pastor, and then as the father of churches and father of pastors in this state, as bishop. And I believe that those callings are very serious, and I take them very seriously.